Am I the asshole for refusing to listen to my husband about my breasts? I want to have a breast reduction surgery. I will not be asking him to spend any money on me. We both work, and we put aside equal amounts of money for private accounts for private savings and spendings. So please do not make it about money. I've been talking about this surgery since I turned 40, but I've dreamed about it since I was 15. Whenever I spoke about it, he would sit silent and listen, supported me, I thought, and then he asked if I wanted him to go to my first consultation, and I was very happy. Consultations are usually private here, but he wanted to tag along for the first part of the consultation. When I talked to the doctor, who was an internationally respected doctor, my husband sat silent at first, and then he asked when the psychological evaluation would happen. The doctor was puzzled and explained that I am an adult. My husband got irritated and almost yelled, "So you wouldn't mind operating on people with body dysmorphia?" The doctor and nurse were shocked, and I was livid. When we got home, I was destroyed. I'm scared I've lost my opportunity with the best surgeon in the country and probably one of the best in the world. My husband insisted that I needed therapy and that he will not allow me to have the surgery because I look perfect. I asked him what he meant, not allowing me. I was very angry and crying. He said, "Well, I will do anything. I'll tell your family that you are mentally unstable and I will leave you." Thankfully, I made a new appointment and the doctor was too kind. I have my new appointment on Wednesday. My husband is livid and said he will never look at or touch me again. Edit, our ages are me, 42, and he, 40, if this is important. In the comments, the Katy Cat says, "You might lose an extra couple £100 in emotional baggage along with the extra breast tissue, and I could consider that to be a good thing. Men truly don't understand what it's like to have large breasts. This, your body, your choice. He's allowed to be bothered by it. He does like you and your body the way you are. He's allowed to leave if he can't handle it, but you don't have to tolerate him being a dick about it. Wanting a reduction isn't mental illness. I'd wager you've got a larger than average bust, even by American standards, and that comes with back pain, expensive and hard to find bras that wear out far too quickly, ill-fitting clothing, boob sweat, social stigma or fetishization, and who the hell knows what else. I'm a dude, and much as I might want, not an expert on boobs. He's way off base about that, and threatening to lie to the people around you is completely uncool. Kick him out until he gets his shit together, or else. Oh, OP, you should get him a super heavy fake chest and see how he likes going to work with an extra 20 pounds on his chest. Ask him how his back feels after a few days. See how well he can sleep after a week. Right? Make him wear it for a solid month. He has to do everything on it. Work, sleep, run, bend over trying to pick things up, trying to find clothes that fit correctly. All of it. He wouldn't make it a week if he agreed to it. If your whole marriage is contingent on the size of your breasts, he's got to go. Personally, after he said that, I would have shown him the door. At 40-some years old, he can go and try to find the perfect body that he wants. Good luck, buddy. Unless he's got real money, he's going to be very lonely and deserves to be. He's a real piece of work. Your husband is abusive. Threatening to tell people that you're mentally unwell if you decide to do something with your body that you want to. I'd have ended the relationship after he sabotaged the consultation by trying to make the doctor believe that you didn't have capacity. What a cruel person he is. I hope you are okay, as he really isn't a decent person. Yeah, the days when a man could put his wife in an insane asylum simply by declaring her hysterical are not nearly as far in our rear view as we'd like them to be. To me, even if he does not mean to carry out these threats, the fact that he's willing to voice them is not something you're going to be able to forget easily. He may apologize, say he was scared or confused about your bodily autonomy and his discomfort, and go to therapy, the whole nine, but you will never forget that he was capable of treating you this way, saying those things in front of others, and threatening to slander you publicly. Not the asshole. Yeah, and I feel like we see all too often OP in situations like this, agreeing to therapy and allowing him to get away with the shit that he did. I get they've been married for a long time, I get that. But people can and do change over time. And if you try to change the status quo, and that partner that's been with you for 20, 25 years suddenly starts abusing you like no tomorrow, threatening you like he has in a situation like this, yeah, that person that you knew is gone. That person you used to know that you married is dead. They have been replaced with an abuser. This is someone that wants the worst for you, and no matter what they say or do from this point forward, I genuinely don't think you can believe them. And I hope OP doesn't believe him. I hope OP genuinely just breaks up with him after this. That is an insane thing for him to do. And now, onto the update. So yesterday, I was here complaining about my husband, and my gut feelings were right after seeing the reactions here that my husband is crossing boundaries by trying to control how my body looks. So this morning I told him this. He just sat silently and listened to me. Then he said he wasn't trying to control me or coerce me, but in the same breath, he said he loved my body, and if I'm not taking his opinions into consideration, then he knows that I don't care about his opinion. He would not look at me the same way or touch me. I said that I didn't want to be married to someone who doesn't want to touch me, and he said, we won't be married. But remember that I love you, and you are breaking up with a man who loves you because of superficial changes I want to do to my body. He would stay for the recovery, and then he moves out after Christmas. I said I was going ahead with my surgery, and he just shook his head, and then he cried later in the garden. Jesus, what a nutcase. I can't believe him. He sounds final, like he's been thinking about divorce for a while. I've been waiting for this surgery for 2.5 years because of how busy this doctor is, and my preliminary surgery is in November. I have consultations soon. I am going ahead with my plans, and he can go with his. According to him, if I am free to choose what I do with my body, he is free to leave when it doesn't suit him anymore. Then go. Leave. The door is there, mate. P.S. Many are asking about the surgery, and it is breast reduction. And no, I am not doing it for medical reasons, since I have no back or head pains. I am not that big to have these problems. It is purely cosmetic. This is the most important part of my beef with him. I know you mean well bringing up health benefits, but this is about my rights to control how I look. He would 100% have supported me if it was for medical reasons because he has in the past. Thanks. Doubt. In the comments, Upbeat Vanilla says, my guess is this is just one of many items between you two. Yeah, this post is not complete due to missing relevant info. Gotta be more going on than breast reduction. If he really loved you, the size of your tits would not be the determining factor of whether he stays with you. If he chooses to leave because he can only be with a woman who has breasts over a certain size, he's a sleazeball who never deserved you. Crazy he's trying to blame his choices in misogyny on you. I mean, yeah, he is 100% free to leave, like you're free to do your surgery. That's just how life is. The issue is that he's giving her this inappropriate ultimatum and then making it out to be that she is choosing her reduction over him. He should have never forced the choice. Oh, he's definitely going to spin it that she's the reason for the divorce, and how horrible. He just can't love her if her breasts are smaller. God forbid she ever gets breast cancer, because in his eyes, that would be scarring her body for nothing too. As someone who has had double D, almost bigger, for my whole life, it's too late for me to do breast surgery, because I'm too old and have too many other health concerns, but having lived with large breasts for this long, you are absolutely right, and being concerned that they rule how you are portrayed and treated. They also make it very difficult to fit in clothes, and they do cause back issues later on. Nevertheless, you do you. It's your body, your choice. I would hope to think any healthy, supportive partner would support you. I would too. And I understand OP's PS at the end of the situation there, thinking that he would support her if it was medical, but I just see his reaction to this situation and find it very hard to believe that he would support her if it was medical. I still feel like he would put up a fuss, genuinely, but also there has to be some missing reasons going on here. Surely something else is happening. This seems like a gigantic blow-up over something that should have been talked about for 2.5 years. They should have worked this problem out by now. What the hell has happened in this time since the initial consultation and this update that the marriage has, for all intents and purposes, imploded or exploded? Who knows? I do think something else is going on. I think OP is leaving out further details. Maybe it's incriminating to her, maybe it's more incriminating to him. But I do actually find it hard to believe the marriage has crumbled simply over this right now. We'll see. If they ever come back with other updates in the future, we will see. Our next post is by user Problems Mum Throwaway, and it's titled, Am I overreacting? I've been dealing with my mum while I undergo chemo, and I'm starting to think that she's abusing me. I'm using a throwaway account for personal reasons, but for the last year and a half, I've been living with my mum after being diagnosed with a form of stomach cancer. It's still decently early, and I have good odds, but it basically forced me to halt everything and focus solely on healing. Here are some texts between us. Just a small snippet of a day in the life. There is way worse. I took videos of her screaming at me, yelling at night at the top of her lungs that I didn't care about her, or I'm killing her. I decided to move back in with her because cancer is expensive, and basically everything I had saved has gone to it. The lack of energy, the chemo, it just kills me, and it's a struggle to even get up some days. My mother is all I have. I have some friends, of course, and they were the first I asked to crash with while I focus on healing, but nobody had room. So back with my mum I went. It's been hell. I feel like maybe I'm overreacting a bit, but I don't care. I just need to vent or I'll explode. This has been hell. She's bleeding me dry. Not only has she basically guilt-tripped me into a life insurance package just in case I don't make it, but she's guilt-tripping me to lie to the state for max food stamps. I have to do everything around the house. She sold my car and kept most of it for bills and rent, and I'm beyond tired. My skin is bruising, I'm dropping so much weight. I want to leave, obviously, but I'm backed into a corner of my own making, and due to the cancer, I have no ability to leave financially, so I'm stuck with her, in this never-ending hell. Here are the texts. She says, 2 cartons of Reds, 3 bottles of Pellegrino, the large kind this time, bag of Fritos, 2 liters of Coca-Cola, toilet paper, the largest package. Please make sure you understand this order. I'm tired of having you get the wrong things. Also, you need to unpack this stuff still in the car. Tonight, please, before 9 p.m. I don't want to be woken up when I'm asleep. I'm getting really tired of that too. OP says, I'm still at chemo. Wait, are you not picking me up then? I can grab all these things after we get home and I've rested a bit. She says, oh fuck me, I fucking forgot, Jesus. I guess I will get this, but the car needs to be unpacked today, no ifs and buts. OP says, yes ma'am. She says, when does your stamps renew? It's declining. Also, I need $100. The lady came by again, and since you can't work anymore, I need to make more money for the extra cost of having you here. So I'll do Herbalife. You were lucky somebody took you in. OP says, the 2nd of the month, but they emailed me about an appointment because I need to renew it, and I don't want to keep lying to them, so I'm just going to tell them that I'm living with you. She says, the fuck you are, we need the max. Continue as usual. Just tell them you're homeless. You don't work, I need the money to feed myself, I'm old. And you're putting a lot of stress on me. OP says, but I don't want to get in trouble. I can get into trouble for this, and it's been really freaking me out. I can't lose the state insurance I have. It's barely covering my chemo and meds. You know I'm thankful I do everything you ask. She says, you live under my roof, I have rules, and the rules are food stamps max, and help me as much as you can since you won't get a job. Our neighbor went through chemo and she still worked, God rest her soul. In the comments, Physical Location 21 says, is there any other family member or friend you may have overlooked, or even more distant like a cousin, that you could move in with even if you don't see it as ideal, or maybe someone that you've already asked that would change their mind if you showed them these text threads? As this is definitely abuse, both psychologically and financially. I'm at a loss for words. Not overreacting. OP says, honestly, if I did, I would never have went to my mom. She was adopted, and it's just a whole thing. I've only met my grandparents once before she ripped me from where we lived as a child to follow some musician that she was dating at the time, forcing me to live a few years on the road until she finally got us a trailer, which is where I'm back at now. Hazard John says, "Your mother is diabolical. I'm sorry that you're going through this. She is stressed? Good God, that is, well, wow. If you lived near me, I would legit let you have my spare room, no questions asked. Even as a stranger. Your mother should be doing everything she can to help and removing what burden she can and not adding them. Social services may be able to help. If work is at all an option, unfortunately, you may have to work, though there may be a good job working from home or in someone's home like childcare, if you can, or put out an ad on Facebook. But extricating yourself from that environment is in your best interest, and no, you are not overreacting, and yes, she is taking advantage of you. Yes, literally, a stranger off the street would be kinder and more generous to someone both financially unstable and dealing with serious illness and abuse to top it all. Have you applied for housing? It's important to get that process started ASAP. I'd ask about it at your assistance meeting. They should have a case manager that you can talk to for more resources. I'm really sorry that you're going through this. Your mother hurts my heart. I would die before I treated my child in chemo like this. The Cancer Society helped my friend with rides to and from chemotherapy. Also, have you reapplied since you've gone through all of your money? I would think you were eligible for SSDI. Ask the treatment center to refer you to a social worker. I'm so sorry you're going through this. The stress can't be good for your health. My daughter had cystic fibrosis and as an adult was very sick. We live in Wisconsin and she was given free healthcare and disability income. She lived with us and still received these benefits. Godspeed. OP says, I have, also for money assistance. Was denied housing and they approved me for $30 a month, but the food stamps is like $280 a month. She uses most of it. Reading this made me sick to my stomach. I'm really sorry that you're going through this. 2 rounds of chemo patient here, telling you that you don't deserve this stress and it can do damage to your body. Please contact your treatment team and have them connect you to the social worker. One should actually be coming around when you're receiving treatment and asking if you need any assistance. They have resources for situations like yours. Please let them help you. They will. I promise you they will. Cancer sucks, chemo sucks even harder. No one should have to suffer through this. As a mum, my heart breaks for you. If you want to DM, PM, or whatever it's called, I'm more than willing to spend time researching resources in your area. I want to give you a big hug and tell you that you will be okay. Also, I forgot, the hospital/insurance, especially Medicaid and Medicare, have transportation to and from the doctors. Call your insurance provider. Also ask about the health benefits card as well, as this can pay for utilities and medication and healthy food items. Sorry to be rambling, but I'm mad and want to help you. As I've said in previous stories, I do want to put as much information out there that can help people in similar situations like this, because there are programs out there that can help people. I know this is mainly United States focused, but that is the bulk of the content that appears here. I don't have all the answers for situations like this one, unfortunately, and I don't think there's any world in which OP is overreacting to their mother abusing them. This is a genuinely heartbreaking situation, and I hope that OP takes all of the resources and all of the community help that she has been offered and escapes her mother. And now, onto the update. Starting with the text exchange, the mum obviously found the Reddit post and is taking her frustrations out on OP. So here we go. No, I won't fucking talk about it. You were petulant. You are embarrassing me in front of God knows how many people. What if someone in my church recognized a detail? Did you think about how this could affect me and how it could kill me? I could have a heart attack. I could have a stroke. I've been sweating profusely from this. I think I'm sick. Because you decided to share my text with you and make me look bad, I'm your fucking mother who is letting you live here. You think your cancer affects just you? You brought nothing, so of course I ask for help with food and errands. I can't even come home. I will stay at this hotel until I figure out what to do with you. These are texts from today since she decided to leave the trailer after a huge fight last night. Unfortunately, last night was foul. I've somewhat sort of suspected my mum went through my stuff when I would leave for chemo or to my cancer support group, but after I came home, huge fight. She obviously went through my tablet and read a ton of what went down. At this point, I don't care if she sees this too. All your suggestions, comments, literally tore my eyes open. Even though I'm sick with cancer and for the most part stuck here with her, I'm immediately cancelling my life insurance policy and coming clean with the food stamps about my living situation. I cannot let my moral guidepost stray any further because I'm afraid of her and her verbal and physical outbursts. No matter what, I need to focus on healing and ideally get the hell out of here. I've added a password to my tablet and opened up a new bank account that she can't access. Wish me luck, and thank you for all the suggestions, love, and support. A lot of you asked me to DM you for advice, but I literally can't send new DMs with this new account. I think it only lets me send one DM per day. I can only receive. Sorry. In the comments, Cherry Peach Baby says, "Good on you for locking your stuff down and cutting her access. Keep protecting yourself. You are not overreacting at all." And OP says, "Thank you. I will not let her break me further." Your mother is off her rocker. She says she thinks she's sick? Ah, yeah, maybe, but I know I am, you rancid old bat. She says you embarrassed her. Nope. I told the truth about you. You're embarrassed because, on some level, you know that you're a walking disgrace with a personality of herpes and the social graces of an anal fistula. She says your cancer doesn't just affect you? Nope. As far as I'm aware, I'm the only one going through chemo. Meanwhile, you're coercing me to commit fraud, using my food stamps for yourself, expecting me to be your personal shopper, and basically acting like a rabid vulture. She asked what if someone recognized her. But why are you worried? Is it because I'm a meanie, or because you know that your behavior is disgusting? She says she's your mother who let you live with her. Yeah, any decent parent will happily allow their kid to stay with them whilst undergoing chemo. Hell, some parents will even be the ones buying things for their kids and running errands for them. But I can see why that concept confuses you, given you're a less decent parent and more a plague of locusts in a skin suit. Three Little Monkeys replies, "What kills me is the personal shopper bit, and the 'it needs to be done tonight' parts on the first post. My mum is dealing with cancer treatment. She did 6 rounds of chemo with biotherapy and then another 2 years of bi-monthly biotherapy. She's got 1 or 2 rounds left and then she's thankfully done. Since she started her chemo, she's been in the ER several times with extreme dehydration because she literally forgets to drink and hydrate herself because chemo fucks with your brain. It's literally a term known by cancer patients and providers, chemo brain. But I'm betting the mum wouldn't know that because she likely hasn't actually gone to any appointments or read any literature or ... So no, the cancer isn't actually affecting her. Not like my own family and so many others are affected. By taking our loved ones to appointments and sitting with them. By monitoring things like fluid intake or even their caloric intake, their medications, etc. By talking to their providers, making sure the chemo brain doesn't make them miss important info that their providers should know or that their providers tell them. I used to bring a notebook with me, take notes of anything her doctor would tell us that seemed important in the slightest, and so much more. And one of the biggest? Letting them rest after having medication that is literal poison pumped into their bodies to kill the cancer. These texts make me sick as fuck. One saving grace of this original post and update is that OP is having people reach out to her to support her, to offer support that the mum will not give her. I'm hopeful that because of her bravery and strength to reach out in the first place and then update us regardless of what happened with her mother, I'm confident we will get a good resolution to this one, and I hope she comes back telling us that she has escaped the grasp of her abusive, disgusting mother, because that is not a supporter, that is a user, that is someone that is making this situation worse and will not help OP in their road to recovery. If she were a good person, she would have nothing to be ashamed of with the texts being leaked. Yet, surprise, surprise, she needs to take them down. What if someone from church recognizes her? What, you think someone from church might judge you for your behavior? Why is that? Interesting. Anyway, thank you, OP, for the original, and thank you for the update. I hope you continue to recover. I hope that you pull through. Anyway, guys, that's where I'm going to end today's episode. I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know what you thought of it in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.